Yeah, can everybody read this? Okay, so yeah, this will be very simple talk in comparison to talk what we had today. But like this winter, I was learning Haskell, and I decided to do some project in Haskell. And the project what I decided to, I will firstly show you the project, and then I will show you some like 2 tricks what I learned. Yeah. So the project is called Howerpoint. It's like the presentation from GHCi, and let me start it. Basically what you can do is that you can define the presentation in some format. For example, this is the end of the slide, and then you run it in GHCi, and then well, let me show it to you. Maybe it will be easier to understand. So I have the slides, and I can navigate. So I can go 1 slide forward, with N like the next slide, P like the previous slide. I have so I still have like some comments to control the presentation. I have the ability to change the colors and so on. And also the best part is that I have the ability to run the code from the slide, and everything is defined. This code here is still defined in the GHCi session. So I define the function double, so I can use double. I can use double with some different number, for example, with number 6, and so on. So this was my project, and I got 2 challenges to solve in the project. And first one was how to remember the state. And firstly, I saw that maybe I can use the state monad for this, because this is the way how to remember the state in the Haskell. Very easy way, but the thing here is that it is interrupted by the users. Like if I have one big function with a state monad, then it is easy to use the state monad, but otherwise I will need to use I will need to run some the Haskell console in every single step, like when the user input is expected. So this was not an option, and then actually then I found out that GHCi runs in the IO monad, so I can use the IO references. And so how I am using it is that maybe you know that you can have like .ghci file, which in this time is quite needed, and these are some kind of setting definitions for the GHCi session when you start it in the same folder. And I defined the function which is called load presentation. Def is defining a new GHCi command, and it has the type string to IO string. So it can take some parameters, and it can work with IO. So this is the loading of my presentation, which calls the function from my Howerpoint. And also, what is important, I use this record wildcards, which is pretty cool GHC extension. And what it does is that if we have some data with multiple attributes, then with a single call like this, I can bind all the attributes to the names. So basically, when I'm loading the presentation, I store the state of the presentation to the IRF, and then I bind all the functions which are internally using the IRF. So they are internally using this IRF. So I have the state, and I can go to the next slide or to the previous slide, and I do not need to repeat the IRF or anything. So it's very easy. So this is one of the things, and another thing was how to execute the code from the slide. because GHCi doesn't have the library where you have some kind of API where you can send the string, for example, to GHCi and it will be executed. So there is nothing like that. And so then I found out the command in GHC which is called cmd, and it executes an expression which is which must be provided as an IO string. So that this must be IO string is, for example, shown here. So the help is the name of the function which I have here in my code. So this is the help function, and I need to call pure or return. So this is an IO string, and then this IO string will be put inside into the GHCi terminal and executed. And this is the same way how I execute the code from the slides. So it is the command rr, for example, which takes the code from a single slide and put it inside the terminal. And so I'm using both. I'm using the def, and inside I'm running the command with command GHCi command which executes the code. And here I need to use the constant because the def is expecting a function from string to IO string. So, and that's basically all. I don't know, like if you have any questions or anything, then you can ask. No. Okay, so, oh, thank you.
Thanks.